Listening to Pro Saints Talk, presented by Boot Crew Media. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at Boot Crew Media. That is crew with a K.
For the win! Stride, here he goes.
You play every play like it's the most important play of the game.
Harris still going. And what a catch by Thomas. On 3rd and 2 goes deep. Touchdown for the Saints.
We're going to tell you about this little product we got here. It's called Manscaped. It's for your balls. It's for your balls.
Yep.
And as you can hear, it's quality.
It's quality right there.
It's quality.
Sure.
Now, the thing about this, Manscaped is, all right. Manscaped Lawnmower 3.0. Now, this is the third one of the set. So you know it's got to be good at this point, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So anyway, so what they tell me here is that they spent 18 months perfecting the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created.
Man.
Ever.
Wow.
Now, I have got to use this.
Okay.
And I will tell you this. It's fantastic. I don't know what they did. There's no itching. When it's, it starts to get a little hairs and it'll grow back, it'll get a little itchy. But it's fantastic, man. This is a really good product. And actually, if you go on their website and you use promo code BOOTCREW20, you will get 20% off of your own ball hair trimmer.
Man, that sounds like a deal.
I mean, you got to protect the family jewels, right?
Of course. Of course.
Boot Crew 20, get you 20% off of this lovely, lovely product and other products that they have on the website. So if y'all wouldn't mind going to grab one, help us out greatly. That would be cool. Absolutely. And also help them out, So here's your ball hair trimmer.
I'm excited to try it.
I know. It's going to be great. You're going to have to report back.
I will report back.
We got a whole bunch of news. Well, I'm not going to say a whole bunch of news. It's still kind of all vague about this whole COVID and coming back situation. Now, they just released that we're not going to have any preseason games. No preseason games, which I am absolutely fine with. I know you know that I'm a big proponent of not having preseason. I hate preseason games. I think they're pointless.
Yes.
I don't care about them.
I
disagree
completely on this, yes,
good.
Of course.
I think that the couple of plays that they get out there, they see more of these people at practice, and I firmly believe that they make more decisions off of practice than they do off of these preseason games. And I know you disagree.
Yeah,
but
for sure disagree.
But why? Like, I don't understand. What do you see in these games that you think that they don't see in the practices?
I don't know. I guess it's just like live action. It's full speed live action. I think you can try to recreate, I guess, as best you can, I guess, with practices and stuff. But I think live game speed cannot be replicated in practice. I don't know.
I just don't. I just think it's more time for people to get hurt, and you see it every year. Somebody gets hurt.
Well, that's true. Players
have been against it, and I mean, shit, man, 16 games is long enough, and now that they're putting the 17th game in,
right? I
mean, and they weren't even cutting down at all, so they were going to make them play that all 4 preseason games and the 17th game. So, like I said, I hate preseason. I am firmly ecstatic that this is happening. I hope that they see that we don't need this every year. Or at least cut it down.
This is my thing. I think it's maybe more beneficial to players that are on the bubble or that can make a play during preseason to prove themselves. Like who was it? Like a couple years back, even like
right. Well, okay.
Like Joe Morgan, came out of nowhere, returned a couple punts, I think, in preseason. Next thing you know, he's on the roster.
I just don't. I mean, I guess.
I understand. You don't need to have Drew Brees trotting out there or whatever, but I think there's the bottom part of your roster shakes out during those especially the last preseason game.
And I guess that's the only reason why I would be okay with a 2 preseason game set. That's the only reason why I give the guys. Give the guys a little bit, but I don't. Yeah, especially there's I guess it's a little bit beneficial to rookies. But right. I still don't think so. I think they're going to come around regardless anyway. I don't like preseason. I don't like it.
We know.
I know. Well, anyway, so yeah. So they're pushing for there is no preseason games, but what the union is doing now is they're pushing for more time to get these guys ready. By all means.
Yeah.
If we start a little bit late, I don't care. I'd rather see everyone come in healthy with enough time to, I guess, get acclimated to a season and prepare your body well enough to get through a season. And rather than push people to come back, because, I mean, you see it, I mean, not even COVID or anything related. When you see somebody rush coming back from anything,
right?
You know, half the time they get hurt again.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of curious actually to see what your thoughts were. You know, do you think that it's like people are going to be rusty coming out? You know, like what do you think it's going to look like? What is that product going to look like on the field? You know,
that's going back to my preseason thing. I don't think it's going to be rusty. I don't think that your ones go one game where they play 2 quarters.
Well, I guess given it just depends on the circumstances. Like say, for example, like a new quarterback in a system like Tom Brady, for example.
Right.
I think he would play more than just one preseason game with his ones to get acclimated with these guys.
I mean, I think he's kind of an exception to the rule, but yeah, I understand what you're saying there. I see what you get. Like, yeah, a new quarterback going into a new system, but I also think these coaches and players are good enough that they have a game plan around these guys before they get out on the field. And I think that they will dust whatever rust they have off after a quarter or two.
Yeah.
Once they get back into football and they realize it's football, everything it's almost, I mean, especially if you're in the same system, it's almost like riding a bike. You just get back out there, you keep doing the same shit you've been doing.
But for example, let's just take this into consideration for Week 1. You know, Tampa Bay versus the Saints. The Saints have a lot of continuity. You know, obviously Michael Thomas and Drew Brees have been on the same page for a while now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure if Tom Brady's going to, you know, there's going to be some rust there. I understand he's Tom Brady. I understand he's surrounded by a lot of really good weapons, but there's going to be some miscommunications and some things that are going to get messed up. It's just part of learning new systems, right?
Right. Well, I was going to double back on that when you said surrounded by talent. I think his talent that he's surrounded by is going to bail him out a lot.
Well, of course, I think
so. I think even with the miscommunications, that's, like I said, he's the exception. We're talking about the wrong person right now.
I mean, but we're not, though, because we're playing Week 1, you know, so I think that's important.
True.
Yeah.
And then you also have Gronk coming back. I mean, you know, whatever he's going to be. I mean, compared to when he was on WWE, when he was wrestling, fake whatever he was doing, being an announcer for WrestleMania, that ridiculousness. But he is much thinner. Yeah. He dropped a lot of lbs, man.
Sure.
And that could help him. And also you think also in Tampa Bay, I mean, shit, the tight ends that they have.
Yeah.
I mean, they have 2, you know, top-notch tight ends there already. So you probably, I mean, I don't think you see Gronk with his hand in the dirt. Probably not. There's no sense in putting him there. Just work his ass in the slot. I mean, Jesus Christ, you got 3 wide set with Godwin, Evans, and Gronk out there. A thin, slim Gronk.
Yep.
And you got O.J. Howard and Cameron Brate. Oh, man, that's rough, man. I don't know if people are sleeping on Tampa Bay, but I am not.
No, I don't think I'm sleeping on them either. It's just like I do also understand that, like, it comes with time, you know, and I think that time on task is very important, especially like when you're talking about timing offenses, you know.
Yeah.
It's important. It's going to make a difference. I honestly think it will. I mean, when I'm saying, you know, when you're comparing to someone like the Saints who have been together for a while now, this core, you know, team.
But you're still, so even with these joint practices, like that right there to me is preseason. That week of practices where you're practicing with the other team, like who do we have? Like the Texans normally. Yeah. We normally do it with. I think that's where you should find these bubble players and see where they're at. And that eliminates the preseason.
Right. I mean,
I'm finding every angle to eliminate these fucking games, man.
But I mean, even in a situation like this, though, like COVID, you can't do
true. Okay, well, right. Well, this whole season is, you know, who the fuck knows? But but in a regular situation, that to me right there is enough. I think to see who's gonna make the squad or not. But like I said, I'm going to find every angle to get rid of every single preseason
I'm going
game.
to take every chance I can to defend those
Yeah.
players in Game 4.
Yeah.
Trying to make a roster.
So, yeah. And then all the other stuff that they agreed on here, you got the rosters will be 80 players.
Yeah.
Now, is that going to be the whole season? I didn't see that because
No, I think it's just
it's just the start.
Off. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
'Cause
So
like
instead of
if you
86, I think it was
like 90. I think he started with 90 or something like that.
Man, we don't know enough of this. We should probably learn
No,
that.
I think it was like 90, and then so they made him cut like 10 or something. Like
Right. Okay. So yeah, like you said, a lot of those guys that we talked about probably won't even see the field.
Undrafted
Yeah.
guys that we talked about. Yeah. I'm curious to see what route they go. Who they keep and who they cut.
I think you're going to see more people who they're just sure of.
Yeah.
Like right off the bat, like more draft picks.
We will see.
Veteran guys. I don't think you're going to see too many undrafted guys getting too much of a shot this year.
Yeah.
That sucks for them, but
it's just the situation.
right. Yeah. So roster's going to be, and then you're going to have, and then it starts to get a little weird here. It's like literally I read an article where it was in quotes. It said there is a general agreement. General agreement is in quotes, so I don't even know what to take on this. On players opting out of this year. Now it's players who are of high risk medically, like if they have like pre-existing conditions so that's the ones that they're allowing to opt out. But no one's saying like what the general agreement is. Like if I'm assuming they're gonna have to. If there is an agreement in place, there's got to be money talked about, so they got to be getting some money.
Correct.
But like, how much of that money? What are they gonna get? Who deems it? Who deems their health condition? Because shit, in the WNBA, the star of the league, Donna Del Don, is that her name? I think that's her name. But anyway, she wants to opt out because of pre-existing, conditions.
Okay.
The WNBA's doctor told her, no, it's not bad enough. If you want your money, you have to play. I would, as big of a star that she is, and as much, she can make so much more money playing overseas, I would quit right then. Right then and right there, I would have quit. I was like, fine. I'm one of the biggest stars you have, and you're going to do this to me. I'm going to go overseas and make money.
Yeah.
And not, because those girls in the WNBA, they play overseas also to make enough money to justify them playing in the WNBA.
Exactly.
They play 2 seasons a year.
Yeah.
Now, albeit they don't generate the revenue that the NBA does. I mean, the fact that they have to do that to essentially make ends meet, I guess. I don't know their lifestyles, but
that's still wild.
To make ends meet, that they have to go play 2 fucking seasons.
Yeah,
that's crazy. But anyway, we're getting off course. Yeah. But anyway, so I still don't know what the general agreement is. Now, they do have daily testing, but only for 2 weeks. Now, they do have the option to where it is stated that if the union wants to push forward with the testing, that I think that they can. Okay. Now, obviously, they're going to say yes to that, so I don't even know why they're even saying this. But,
of course.
But, yeah, I don't understand the 2-week thing. Like, what is it just going to go away after 2 weeks? If it's, like, I don't
get
it.
I don't know what they think is going to happen. Like, all of a sudden, it's just like, we don't need to test anymore now after 2 weeks. It doesn't really make sense.
It's a lot of weird stuff that I don't know. I don't know. And then they're saying, the issue with the fans is still floating around. Now they have it where they mandated that if you have fans, you have to wear a mask, which, I figured that was a given right off the bat. Right. But then you have, who said it? I think Baltimore. They said no go on the fans.
Right.
They just said, no, we're not going to do that. New York said they're going to say. So it looks like they're leaving it up to the cities, which is, I guess it's the right call, but I just don't understand any of it, because it's more, like I said, I've been saying this over and over again, and I'm going to keep preaching it. It's more of a risk of something to go wrong.
Of course.
And so I'd rather see no fans. I just want to get them on the field, and what do they say, like 10 to 20,000 fans or something like that. It's just all so wishy-washy, and nothing is set in stone yet. So
it's money, man. You know what it is.
Yeah, well, I'm trying not to think about that. I'm trying not to make it the money situation, but that is what it is. They're trying
at the end of the day, it's it's greed, of course. Like you said, like I think the main objective at some point has to be we need football to happen, right? Especially for them, if they want to make any sort of money at all, But obviously, I'm hearing things like if we don't have fans, there's a possibility the cap will drop. $70 million.
$70 million?
$70 million within the next year.
That's crazy. So from $200 million to $130 just because of no fans.
Right. So.
Oh, so yeah, they're trying to milk it all.
They need as much money as they can get right now. It seems like. So.
Could you imagine? I mean, we'll get into this later with like if they drop the salary cap, Patrick Mahomes.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Dude,
it seems like a great deal right now.
That's gonna be bananas.
If the salary cap drops, then that's not a great deal.
Yeah. So they will have the daily test now. It's kind of shown proven with we got sports on right now. We got the NBA on behind us. Mm-hmm. It's kind of proven that the daily testing, I guess, is working with them.
Yeah.
Now, especially, this is what they said. It's going to cost the NFL a lot of money to get these guys tested. Yeah. Well, okay, a lot of money to us. It's $120 per test. Wow. And then after a certain amount, it's so petty. After a certain amount, they go, it's $125.
Oh, come on. Yeah, that's nuts.
They added $5 on just to hike it up after so many tests, but. Every day, doing that every single day, it's going to run a nice little tab up for the NFL.
Yeah,
so
especially if you're talking 53 players on a roster.
Right. And it's everyone getting tested. Coaches, anybody who's involved with the teams that's around them. I don't know what the media thing's going to be like, but I don't see them being too close to them or getting involved so much.
Maybe put them in a glass box or whatever. You
remember that movie Bubble Boy?
Yeah.
Just a whole bubble suit with some little arms in there. That would be fantastic. This looks like a bunch of stupid little hamsters waiting around to talk to grown men. Oh, man. But so we'll get into now the silliest thing that I think has come out of this whole COVID football situation.
Okay, yeah.
Is Oakley made a visor.
Yeah, like face shield,
like a whole face visor. Now, there are holes in the front of it.
Yes, there are.
So what are we doing?
Like pretty big holes too.
What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. And it's like I think Pat McAfee was talking about it the other day on his show, and it's like, is it smarter to try to stop the spread of COVID? Or have guys dying of
I was about to say, they're not going to be able to fucking breathe.
Good luck,
I mean, look, I will say this. As a high school athlete, the glory days,
right.
I was a cheese dick, and I wore a visor as a lineman.
Not surprised.
I wore the visor. One game, it started raining. I took the visor off. I could breathe better. Albeit being a fatso, I could breathe better with the visor off. I never put it back on.
Right.
So I couldn't imagine these behemoths down there in the trench having to wear these stupid visors.
I know.
Just spit's gonna be all over them.
Just dying out there.
And the spit's gonna be going out the holes anyway.
I know.
The holes are so big.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, I don't know.
They're gonna have to upgrade the towel boys to visor wipers.
Yeah.
Just constantly going around,
like,
wiping snot off of visors.
Like, there is no real solution, I don't think, right? Like,
no, they're grown men tackling each other. There's no, and that's, oh my God, they can't do the jersey swaps now.
I know, like that's gonna spread it, right?
60 minutes of grabbing each other and breathing on each other,
piling on top of each other.
But we can't. Oh, this is sounding pretty.
Yeah, but can't swap jerseys after the game.
Man, I don't know. And it's also like another thing. We're sitting here watching. Well, the NBA's on, and everyone in this bubble of the NBA is negative. You have to test negative, or you can't be there. Mm-hmm. They're still, like, when they take off their little warm-ups, how you like rip the warm-ups off to go back in the game?
Right.
The guys used to just run up and grab it and put it in a pile. Yeah. They run it completely off the court now.
Wow.
To the back.
Yeah.
And I guess like wash it every time they take them
I think
off.
like the difference between the NBA and the NFL is that they have leadership in the NBA, right? The NFL has had 6 months to come up with some sort of plan, right? And here they are at the last hour, bumbling and stumbling, trying to figure out, how we can get rookies to camp.
Yeah, well, to be fair with that, so much has changed over the past couple of months,
That's true.
And they've had some time to get their shit together, but everything's just been so up and down. Nobody knows exactly what to focus on, but also at the same time, it seems like they have made almost every wrong decision on what to focus on.
I would say like even an idiot knows that testing is definitely something you should focus on, right?
Like, you have to.
Like, how is that even an option? Like, I don't understand why we're even debating that. Like, that has to happen, right?
Well, this is the same league that deals with every health thing in the same way.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll see what happens.
After
They get hurt, right?
They're never proactive. That's the NFL. They're always reactive.
Right. Well, that's the thing. That's the league that we're in. So, like you said, the leadership in the NBA and the leadership in the NFL is completely different.
Yeah.
And I think, and I'm not sure what, like, how much say the owners have in the NBA, but it is no fucking way it's more than the NFL owners have.
Exactly. Man.
These fucking assholes, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, just draining everything of every penny that they can get.
Right.
So, yeah. So basically, not much new on if we're gonna have a football season yet.
Still very much up in the air.
Still have no fucking idea what we're gonna do here.
Exactly.
I mean, we talk about it every podcast, but at least now we have some actual, information coming out of the NFL camp of what the plan's gonna be. So
yeah, we could still just wait and see.
Yeah. So if the season does happen, we got a little contract situation on our hands.
Yeah, we
not yet, but will.
Yeah, I think we have a couple, but yeah.
Main one, I think, is our running back. That's my running back, Alvin Kamara. Now,
Right.
he's up for a payday. Christian McCaffrey got paid. Now,
4
Derrick,
years, $64 million.
4 years, $64 million for Christian McCaffrey. Now, Derrick Henry, who was another guy that we were kind of had our eye on to help set the market, signs for 4 years, $50 million.
12.5 per.
12.5 per. Would you sign Alvin Kamara for that?
For that, yeah. But the problem is he's
gonna
going to
get
more
more
than that.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that's kind of the problem, right? So you look at Christian McCaffrey, 4 years, 64. That's 16 per.
Right.
I think he's like on the far end of that, right? So then you got Zeke, right? 6 years, 90 million, 15 per year.
Damn.
So it's like he's going to get more than 12.5 a year, right? But man, that's a lot to pay a running back.
It is. So, and I think we kind of stand, on the same hill when it comes to paying running backs. We're not big fans of it.
Not a fan.
But, and especially now, but with our situation, could be Drew's last year. I have turned on this. I am flip-flopping on my stance.
Interesting.
I say you give him what he wants.
What he wants.
Now, reasonably.
What's reasonable?
Reasonably, I think it would be third highest in the league. Somewhere right behind Zeke, maybe around 13 to 14 mil.
Man.
I want some stability back there. I want a guy that's going to be there. Now, if Drew leaves, we're going to need all the help we can get around him. That's why you give Michael Thomas a big contract, and then you need somebody who, especially if you're going to bring in somebody like a younger quarterback, is going to do a lot of checkdowns.
That's true.
A lot of checkdowns. So to have that receiving,
Would you also agree that running backs are a bit of dime a dozen these days?
They are. But when you have some of the top ones, like when you have when you have one of the top running backs in the league, in the situation that we are in, I think that this is a time where we have to bite the bullet and pay him. Now,
ask the Rams about that.
Okay.
I'm sure we can list
old Todd Gurley's knees.
We can list numerous examples of why you don't
Right.
pay running backs. But
Well, sure. But you can also make a list of reasons why you could. I mean, you look at a guy like, digging in the well, I mean, Adrian Peterson
I mean, come on.
deserved every penny of just about every contract that he signed. You kidding me?
If we're talking about outliers, okay.
Well, yeah,
he's the biggest outlier, in football. So.
But yeah, so then but that's what I'm saying. I mean, I would have Alvin Kamara in the top 4 running backs in the league.
I would agree with you, but the thing is it worth investing that much money into a running back when you have other guys you have to pay? Think about the other guys that you have to pay soon.
But we're gonna have Drew off the books when that happens.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I think this is it. I think this is it for him. But
okay, let's just stop there.
Okay.
Before we assume that if he decides to play another year, you don't have $13-14 million for Alvin Kamara if you want to keep a guy like Marshawn Lattimore.
But can't we, with Drew's contract right now, like we know what hit he's going to take next year. Mm-hmm. So I think that you can play around with it. You only got one more year, and then maybe you take like a guy that we have to put up and make his base salary super low his first year. I mean, first of all, we got Mickey Loomis, so of course we're going to see what
kick the can Loomis. Yeah,
right. So we'll see exactly what I think they can figure something out to give him the money and still hold him, get him for 4 years is the money spot for a running back.
Yeah, that seems like it's it. Especially at his age. I don't think you want to go any more than 4.
No.
But
that's what I'm saying. It's a running back. You front. Well, I guess we can't. Now I'm contradicting myself.
Right.
You can't front load this when you'd have to back load it. So if he starts going downhill, you're right. I'll be mad.
Right. Exactly.
But I think this is the one time where it sets up for a risk that we have to take. And I flip flopped on this hard because I've been saying for months, that if he holds out, ship his ass off. I've been saying that. But now, I sat down and started thinking about it more, and I think that this is the one time where we have to bite the bullet and take the risk and shore up that offense around whatever quarterback's going to be coming in next.
I mean, I think...
And especially if it's Taysom, too, because we're going to be a lot of running.
That's very true. But again, Alvin Kamara was found in the 3rd round of the NFL draft.
Right, but that's the thing. He's also part of the he's also an exception.
Okay, so you want me to read off a couple of
free
agents that are coming up in 2021?
Give them to me.
Demario Davis.
Okay.
Jared Cook
can go.
Sheldon Rankins. Kiko Alonso. Mario Edwards. Craig Robinson.
I heard one person so far. Demario, that's it.
PJ Williams. Marcus Williams.
We'll see how that goes.
Justin Hardy. Jameis Winston, DJ Swearinger, obviously.
Yeah, it's still
Dwayne
one person.
Washington, AK, right? Alvin Kamara. Anzalone.
Anal Zone.
I don't know why Tommy Lee Lewis is on this list, but I'm really hoping he doesn't even make the team this year. So we're just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I guess there's not really too many others that are up. So
yeah, you got some bubble guys where you look at the rankings, which. Injuries over the years. I like the guy. I think he's a good ball player when he's in the game. But also, what kind of contract is he going to look for? Obviously, it's not going to be crazy high. So, but like I said, there was 2 people you named on that list that are absolutely have to come back.
My question is this, though, is what do you think that you could tag him for a year for less? So you could have in a whole year to make that decision.
I thought the tag was like the high... What is it? What is the tag again? It's the average or the percentage of it?
It's an average of the top. I don't know how many. We should have probably looked that up. But
yeah, well,
I didn't even think about it. It's like the average of the top, however many contracts in the league.
Right.
It's an average of that. So.
But even so, I think
you could still get him for one more year cheaper than 14 or whatever you're thinking would be.
Yeah.
13 or 14.
But that's the thing. Also, being a running back that, like you said. Dime a dozen people come in and out. Right. He's going to want that contract. I don't think he's going to want that tender at all.
Of course.
Nobody. I don't think anyone really wants it, except for Kirk Cousins. That money stealing asshole. Right. But he made so much money.
But the league does that a lot. They strong arm people into these positions. It's not right, but they do what they can.
Yeah.
With what's in their power.
Regardless of you didn't sign that contract. When somebody puts a contract in front of you worth multi-million dollars.
Right.
Like, not, most of the time these guys are going to sign that contract.
Sure.
And then
I think like the one thing that is like unquestioned is what he brings to this team when he's healthy.
yeah,
Like it was very obvious. Him pre-injury and post-injury, like it's two different people. But when he's healthy, man, he's a game changer, and there's no question about it. And he's gonna command a lot of money in the market. So I'm very curious to see like what the Saints limit is. Like you say, like yours is like 13, 14, but is that what he's gonna want? And like I'm very curious to see where the Saints value him.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch or sad.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know which way it's gonna go.
I don't think there's gonna be no middle ground in that.
Right.
No gray area there. But it's gonna be.
I mean, big ups to AK. He won me a fantasy championship once. Well, his rookie year. So hey,
Oh yeah, so that was a steal for you.
So big ups to him. But
shout out.
It is a business.
I know you're listening. I know you're listening, Alvin.
Shout out AK.
Got that fantasy. The fantasy squad locked up. Yeah. So, like I said, 4 years, somewhere around there. A little bit more than Derrick Henry. I think he obviously should get. But man, I don't know.
No, he for sure should get more than Henry. I mean, come on, like.
I say we got to do it, man. I know. I flip flopped.
I don't know, man. It just really depends. See, that's the thing, though. Like, do you try to bring in another quarterback to compete with Taysom if, say, Drew is gone? Do you try to bring in another higher dollar free agent, or do you just keep?
I think we got one on the roster.
I don't think Jameis is gonna like re-sign for what he's, 1 point whatever he's playing for this year.
God,
no.
no.
You're gonna have to sign him to a bigger contract.
Well, first of all, I mean, the dude should be getting paid more than that.
Well, of course, I think he
but
took less
it's a bet on himself situation
exactly.
here, and to work with Drew, hopefully, and he got his eyes fixed, and he could fucking see. I can't get over that. I can't get over it. I can read license plates now. What?
Yeah.
Just now? Like, just now.
Yeah.
But I think, dude, I want to see what happens this year with Jameis. If I don't know if he gets on the roster. Well, not on the. He's obviously going to be in the roster. But if he gets in any game situations to where it's meaningful, barring injury, I think like a Jameis and a Taysom set would be fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that could be fun to watch. Two quarterback set. You don't know what the hell is going to happen.
Yeah.
But I want to see how Jameis does, and I think that we could have our next guy on the roster. He could already be here. I'm not sure if we're going to need to go out and look. I know that a lot of people are like, oh, the Taysom train, everybody thinks he's the next guy up. But, I mean, if Jameis can come in and spin the pigskin a little bit, and if it goes well, man.
But what does he sign for? And is it any less than what Drew? What, you see what I'm saying? So.
Oh, yeah, it would definitely be less.
So if he signs for somewhere around, what would you think, around 20-something?
I would say Jameis, after this year, if we were to sign him, it would be like a 2-year, $40 to $45 million contract. Okay. Maybe closer. Well, depending on the salary cap and everything. But I think 22 to 22 mil.
Well, I think Drew's 25. Making 25 this year, so it's not that much different, really. If you think about it.
That is true, huh? It would be a little less, huh?
I don't know. It depends. It depends on, like, I don't know if he'll actually get that much because, I mean, it depends. What will he show this year if he doesn't get a chance to play?
Wait, I thought Drew's salary cap hit was a lot less than what he was getting paid. Because, like, next year it's supposed to be crazy high.
Well, yeah, it's because he spread it out.
Right. Yeah.
I think, like, the per year, though.
Jesus, we don't sound like we know what the hell we're talking about today.
No, we don't. I have been very busy.
Yeah, Rye Guy's been passing tests and doing stuff with his life. So, but anyway, Alvin Kamara, pay the man. Pay him.
Somebody's gonna pay him. You're right.
We will. The New Orleans Saints.
I'm not convinced, but I wouldn't be mad, but I'm not convinced yet.
I mean, you would. So you would be fine for him signing like what? What would okay, here we go. What would you sign him for?
That's tough, man. He's not going to play for 12.5, there's no question. But
No. This has nothing to do with him. This is you. You're talking to Alvin Kamara. You got first move on the contract negotiations.
Yeah.
You slide the contract
I would
across the
slide it
desk.
to him, and then he would just like quickly.
But what's the
just slide
starting
it
number?
right back
That's
to
fine.
me.
What's the starting number though?
I don't know, man. Probably around 10.
10?
10, yeah.
That's reasonable.
I mean, like, think about, like, Ingram got, like, 5 point something, I believe, a year.
Yeah.
I know, obviously.
Still sad about that.
Obviously, different backs, Alvin's obviously way more versatile. But, I mean, so double that because he's more versatile. I don't know.
So you're sitting around 10?
Yeah, 10, 11. I don't know. I can't see paying, like, 15 for a running back. Yeah.
But when does it become, like just give him the money, like territory? Like you would you shut it down? Like if you were like, I won't give him 15, but he wants 13, but I want to give him 12.
Right, I would say this is actually my biggest gripe with him. Right? Okay. So, Christian McCaffrey, I think, has earned every bit of that 4 years, $64 million. Like he is the workhorse of that offense. He's like rarely injured.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't say the same thing about Kamara as much as I love the player and everything. It's just like it's a durability thing in my mind. Like I honestly believe coming into the league, he was going to be able to carry the load just like a regular running back would. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I've been proven wrong in that way a little bit. It seems like it's been tough for him to stay healthy over a 16-game season, and now we're adding another game to it.
Yeah. So
it's like, will he live out the max of that? Will he live out that contract without getting hurt? Throughout it. I don't want to curse the man and say Jairus Bird, but you know what I mean.
No, I mean it's
a punishing position, man. That's the thing.
Yeah, and it is, and but that's the thing. You see guys. Well, Christian is I don't know. Whatever he drinks, I want some of it.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, the dude's a freak.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, yeah, man, he never gets hurt.
Yeah, I know.
And he bangs people.
I know. And it's just all game long. They just throw it to him.
You see, like, that floppy running style. That floppy running style that Kamara has. Like,
yeah.
If you ever watch it, like, he even said when he first came out, he did this thing. He started it at Tennessee where when he would be, like, bracing for a hit, when they would hit him, he'd just go kind of limp and just go with it, and then just his body got fluid enough, and it's really cool to watch, and especially after hearing him say that, and you see him run the ball, and then he actually does that, and you see him do it, and he just bounces off these people and keeps going forward. But McCaffrey just runs around people and runs through people.
Yeah,
he's like a little, what is it, like a nickel ball.
He's just compact. He's like short and really muscular, like a muscle hamster.
Pay AK, pay the man, man.
Again, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not sold either way. I think I go back and forth. I don't really know. I really, it is against my nature to want to pay running backs that much money, but man, they don't make many like him.
Yeah. So you start to think about it.
Yeah.
You start to really think about it, and you're like, son of a bitch.
True, but then at the same time, like my brain goes back to the fact that Sean Payton, Mickey Loomis, like this is what they do, man. They find guys like him, and
they found one guy like him.
They found some good running backs.
They found some good running backs, but they found one like him, is what I'm saying.
True. That's true.
So, pay the man. Now, speaking of getting paid, we got baseball money and football.
Oh, Patty Mahomes.
Patty Kermit Mahomes gets paid 12 years. I mean, this is a goddamn baseball contract.
It is.
It's Mike Trout.
It's bigger than
Bryce Harper.
It's bigger than most baseball contracts.
So we got 12 years now. It's worth up to 503 with incentives. Now the incentives are some caca, like make the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl.
Right.
So it's worth up to 503, but he's got 477 mil that's coming to him throughout the life of this contract. Even if he doesn't make it to the Super Bowl ever again, wins another MVP, nothing. All he's got to do is make the roster, and he gets paid.
It's bonkers.
Now, guaranteed money, 141 mil over the 12. Over the 12 years. Now,
what does that feel like?
I have no idea. Just now, again, at signing, he got 63 mil when he signed.
Wow, bummer.
Yeah. So now this 141 is guaranteed if he just makes the roster.
Right.
Like there's roster bonuses that will give him all that money.
And he's not getting cut.
And it's like a year to year. It almost they said something. It's like it becomes a year to year contract after like 2023.
Okay.
Because there is a way that they can cut him.
Okay.
I think somewhere in there, but I don't
like a
see
clause
that.
in-
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
it's
see
gonna
that happening.
Doubt it.
Yeah,
Unless his arm falls off or something.
and I mean, it's really hard to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah, it's not easy.
And they gave this guy a lot of money to win a couple more for him.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I just can't believe it. 12 years, a football contract, 12 years.
I know, man.
Hold on. I actually have it broke down. His salary cap hits over the next couple of years. And like we were talking about earlier, what if the salary cap goes down
Yeah, exactly.
next year? If it goes down a whole bunch,
But, I mean, you kind of got to look at it. It's kind of been like the trend in the NFL lately is like with the salary cap going up so much.
yeah.
Like just these contracts keep going up. I mean, even John Gruden getting paid. I know that doesn't affect the salary cap, but John Gruden getting a 10-year deal, like
100 mil.
yeah, like what are we talking about for a coach?
That's a coach.
Yeah, so it's just like the money's just flying around.
First of all,
like-
we can get on John Gruden. I don't think he's that good of a coach.
yeah.
I don't.
So, okay, would you like a leader of men, or do you mean like offensive mind?
No, like a football mind.
Okay.
He can lead people for sure. He's a leader. He's got that personality.
I mean, come on, he's infectious. You know he is.
I know he is.
Yeah.
But if I hear I can't listen to him talk X in the nose. Like when it gets down into it, like I enjoyed him in the booth because he was just this big personality, and he loved football he loves football so much.
You didn't like John Gruden camp? You didn't like that?
I did,
Okay.
but I liked it, but I wouldn't have if I was one of those quarterbacks in the room. Everything he would have said would have went one ear and straight out the other.
Oh, come on, man.
I mean, we come on.
He's a Super Bowl winning coach, man.
He won because of that goddamn defense. Don't give me that. Brad Johnson. Brad fucking Johnson being the most mediocre quarterback. He had almost Peyton Manning-esque numbers when Peyton Manning won for the Broncos. That defense carried
I'm
that
just saying,
team.
it's not like Gruden had a lot to work with there with Johnson. You know?
And he didn't do anything with what he had. That's my point. Anyway, back off of Gruden.
Anyway,
All right. Anyway, so Patty Mahomes, his cap hits are crazy. Now, it actually doesn't start to get too bad until 2023 when they have that little whatever it is that they can get out of the contract where it becomes a year by year thing. Now, this year it's only $5 million.
Okay.
Then you got $24 million next year.
Jeez.
31 the following. And then it goes to 42, 39, 41, 41, 20, 27. I want you to guess what his cap hit is.
I don't know. 70 something?
Okay, well, I thought you were going to go lower, but no, it's $60 million.
Wow.
$60 million for 1 year.
Bonkers.
And I mean, obviously, you think, with the way that the league has gone in the past, you expect those salary caps to go up. Mm-hmm. So it will kind of clear some room, on the longevity of the contract.
Right. That's what they were thinking when they made this contract.
Because this is my fun little stat for you here.
Okay, let's hear it.
Fun little stat for you. Brett Favre signed a contract in 2001. Mm-hmm. It was 10-year contract. Annual payout was $11.25 million. Now, that was the same percentage of the salary cap that Patrick Mahomes is taking up.
Oh, interesting.
18.75% of the salary cap, because the salary cap back then was only $60 million.
Right. Wow.
So Brett Favre and Patrick Mahomes essentially signed almost the same contract, just inflated.
Doing a little investigating. Oh,
What you know about
Yeah,
that? I got stats.
that.
I got
like
stats
that.
and shit.
Start calling you stats.
But yeah, so it's when you look back at it in 2001, nobody threw a hissy fit about that.
Right. That's a good point.
And it's the same exact percentage of the salary cap hit.
I think it's just the number, right? People see
They just see
500,
big and they see that but that is also now that's an average earning. So it's 37.5 mil is the average earning. So that year with the $60 million, that's not going to be 18%. That's going to be whatever it is. But yeah. So when you think about it, Patty Mahomes and Brett Favre signed essentially the same contract,
That's
just with inflation.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically what it is.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it may handcuff him down the line, but when you got it comes back to the thing when you got the guy in house, man, pay the dude. And especially because of the way the quarterback position is going, it's fucking bananas. As much money as these guys are getting. I mean, you have garbage players.
Yes.
Garbage players making, what, 20 mil a year? 20, 25 mil a year?
Look up, like, what Glennon, that dude Glennon, what's his name?
Oh, Mike Glennon?
Yeah, look up what, like, his career earnings are, and you'll just vomit all over yourself.
How about Chase Daniel?
Well, yeah.
Remember our guy?
That's true.
Career backup has made, what, 50? I think it's 50 or 60 million dollars playing football.
Right.
What? The backup.
I like him though. So
I'm okay
with that. But like Glennon, I'm like, come on, man.
It's crazy, but that was also the extent of his, over the lives of his career, whatever. I'm sure he's still in the league. There ain't no reason for him to retire.
Right? Why would you? It's the best job in football.
Keep making money. Who
Hold
was
that
Charlie
clipboard.
Whitehurst? Remember him?
Yeah.
Touchdown, football Jesus, touchdown Jesus. Touchdown Jesus. Charlie Whitehurst making like $10 million a year to back up Phillip Rivers all of his career.
Best hair in football.
That's fantastic,
man.
That's the best. I mean, it's got to be a hard job because you have to prepare every game like
That's
you're
true.
gonna get it in,
and then you don't. Like, is it that hard? I don't know, man. Just clapping on the sideline with the earpiece in,
Yeah, holding the helmet up to hear the play going in.
Exactly.
Oh man, but yeah, Patty Mahomes, congratulations. Go buy your mama a house.
Well, let me ask you a question then. So, you see him getting a 12-year deal or whatever. So I obviously started seeing on Twitter a lot of people started asking, like, who do you think on the Saints, or is there anybody on the Saints that you think would be worth
that much money,
or just a 10-year deal? Period. It doesn't even matter the money, just the length of the deal, right?
No.
No one.
I don't think of anybody.
Wow.
I mean, the only people that I could see to put that much money into would be an offensive lineman, and they don't.
Yeah, I'd say like Ramczyk.
Well, that was the first person that popped in. Ramczyk or maybe McCoy or something like that. But Ramczyk for sure was the only person that I could think of that would probably be worth it at this point.
Yeah, I would say probably Ramczyk. Yeah, I don't think
just for the
else.
length of it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, obviously we'll see what we have in Ruiz this year.
Right.
I mean, you could possibly, but we don't know what we have there yet. So.
I mean, there is not one skill position I can think of that I would give a 10-year deal.
No, I mean, even Mike Thomas, like at his age, like what is he, like 26 or 27? Like I couldn't imagine, having.
I ain't giving no 34-year-old receiver 20, whatever he's making, $15 million or whatever.
Especially if it's going to be like a backloaded contract,
right? No shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Patty Mahomes, go buy your mama a house. Yeah, and seriously. If you're looking in New Orleans, we got a guy.
Yeah.
His name's Chris Smith. Chris Smith, he's our realtor. Getting good at these. For professional and truly dedicated service with real results, please contact the top producing agent in New Orleans, Chris Smith of Gardner Realtors. Now, we got his number here for you. If you're looking for a house or any place to rent, this guy's great. I actually use him. He's wonderful. He gets the job done fairly quickly. It's less of a headache for me. But give this guy that. There we go. We screwed it up. You know what? Keep it in there, Chris. We're doing it. But give Chris Smith a call at 504-231-2004. That number again is 504-231-2004. Nice smooth transition into another ad read. I'm getting good at this. Maybe I won't fumble through the next one, though. Make it a little better. But anyway, yeah. Patty Mahomes. On to the next thing I have. I'm going to propose a question to you.
Okay.
And in my eyes, there's only one right answer. And if you answer it wrong, we will be fighting.
Okay.
To the death.
Let me hear it then.
If Zion Williamson played for the New Orleans Saints, what position would you put him at?
Oh, so this is the hill you're going to die? You want to die on this hill?
Oh, I'll die on this hill.
A dude that doesn't even play football?
Yep.
So obviously, I think the obvious answer, that's probably the one you're going to answer, but would be defensive end. But I don't think that's not my answer because I don't know. I think I have a more creative vision than you, maybe, and then maybe that's our difference.
No, that's not.
But I would love to put him at tight end, to be honest with you.
You see,
I think he would crush it.
Here, this is going to be my argument against having him at tight end.
Okay, I would love to hear it.
defensive end is involved every single play.
Okay.
This dude is 6'7", 200 and whatever he is now. You know what? I'm gonna go pre-COVID weight. So I'm gonna go pre-COVID 285, 290.
That's fine.
Explosions
Okay.
out of every limb. Absolutely 100% need to be involved on every single play. You cannot have him at tight end blocking. He needs don't put your hand up at me. He needs to be involved in every single play. And at tight end, he is not. Now, this is where I will agree. If we want to use him in a situation where it's like a J.J. Watt-esque come in the red zone tight end, then that's it. But no
way, dude.
Absolutely 100% only at defensive end. You do not put him on the offensive side of the ball. Nope. Sack the world.
Dude, he has a 45-inch vertical.
Yeah, no quarterbacks thrown over him.
A wingspan reach of 8 feet 7 inches. Can you imagine with the vert?
Yeah.
Like that is the catch radius. I mean, obviously, I don't know math. So
right. Okay. So
the catch radius is probably insane. Dude.
Right.
You just throw it anywhere, he's catching it.
how many targets do a tight end get a game?
Well, if he was, I mean,
How many?
when Jimmy Graham was around 10.
Okay, 10 plays a game. 10 plays a game. He's involved. Well, in the sense of with the ball,
catching the ball. I mean, he's obviously gonna distract. On some plays, he's like, you don't think a guy that big, that fast, that can jump that high is gonna garner some attention? Let's be honest.
I will, but I think he's also going to get guarded. I think you bracket the shit out of him.
Yeah,
one over the top.
Yeah,
like they do with whoever they're playing. I'm not going to name every defensive back.
Find me a linebacker that has a 45-inch vertical.
I'm not saying that they're going to jump as high as him, but I'm saying that they could pass some breaks. They can break up some passes, or Zion Williamson could be out there. Zion could be out there, and Drew's getting sacked. Ball's not getting to Zion.
I'll just say
every single play he will be impacting on the defensive side of the ball. Every single play he will have an impact on the defensive side of the ball. And I don't,
man, it's kind of long. He might have bad leverage. It's just
teach him. You can teach leverage. You can teach height. You can't teach fucking 6'9", 285.
We're never
with flames coming out of his arms.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine him flying up the seam, catching a fucking pass from anybody. I could throw the ball to him.
No.
I can throw the ball 20 yards, and then I can.
It's gonna get taken
to him.
It's gonna get taken away. Now, I was hoping you would make the argument of
think about it. He's
double
gonna body
teaming.
out. He's gonna body out just like Jimmy Graham used to body out, dude. It's like
Jimmy Graham's soft ass. I hate Jimmy Graham.
Well, exactly. So imagine a dude that is actually physical. Right?
Yeah, put him on the defensive side of the ball and let him wreak havoc.
Such a waste.
A waste?
People want to see touchdowns, Steven.
I want to see a quarterback's leg get ripped off, and then absolutely
no.
And then you every game plan. That's the thing. Now I'm not hoping that he hurts people
until Alex Smith happens. And then
right. Then that's
shit. Then
I was about to say. I was about to.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah,
I didn't want to see that at all.
Double back. I don't want to wish harm upon anyone.
Terrible.
But if he does take the quarterback out of the game, that's a completely different ball game.
And then everybody's like, "Oh, we got bounties again." Yeah, that's just what we need.
No. Defense. Defensive end. That's
he would catch 1,000,000 touchdowns.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would.
You have to be around the touchdown to catch. Now, like I said, if you wanted to play him at defensive end and then use him in the red zone as a tight end, and that's it. That's it.
Nah.
No. Yeah.
Never gonna agree on this. Agree to disagree.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna turn you. I'm gonna turn you.
Well,
to the defensive side of the ball for
not
time.
gonna happen.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. Defensive end. I'm gonna just constantly text you defensive end.
Tight end, like he's what Jimmy Graham was supposed to be, and then just.
Well, maybe I'm like just far off of the tight end thing because we did have that in Jimmy Graham and he just pissed me off so much. Soft. I still to this day I'm not sure if he's broken a tackle.
Yeah, or blocked anyone.
Oh boy, what do we got next? Oh, I wanted to do this with you.
Okay. What do we have?
Top 5 football movies
Of all time.
Of all time.
Okay.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start from 5 and go to 1. I'll do 1, then you do 1. So, like, I'll start with 5, then you give me your 5.
Oh, okay.
Then
All
I
right.
go 4, then you go 4.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Now, my number 5 is Varsity Blues.
Oh, my God.
What is wrong? What?
Nothing. Go ahead. Do you have a reason?
Do I have? It's a fucking classic movie.
Okay.
What is it? Whipped Cream Bikini? You don't remember that?
I do.
James Vanderbeek. Come on now.
Okay,
A
well.
classic movie. I mean, high school football.
Yeah.
Story of a backup quarterback. Paul Walker gets hurt.
Yeah. James
James Vanderbeek
and that
goes
really
in.
Fat guy, whatever that guy's.
Billy Bob.
Yeah, Billy Bob.
Billy Bob's
Yeah, that guy.
10.
Yeah.
10. But anyway, Vanderbeek goes in. It's the American dream almost.
Okay. That's fair.
You play, and then you finally play for your jerk of a coach, and then you form a coup and kick him out of the locker room halftime in the biggest game of the year, and then coach yourself to victory.
Okay.
I mean, come on,
Yeah.
it's poetic.
Why not?
Number 5, what you got?
I went with Remember the Titans, actually.
Oh well, shit.
Yeah.
That was number 4 for me.
Oh, well, shit.
Well,
Maybe
goodbye.
we should have went over these before. We
I like the. No, it was the strong side.
Right.
Strong side.
It was, I think my favorite quote is,
I mean, come on.
wear
Man.
myself out for the team? What team? Attitude affects leadership, Captain.
Was it Sunshine was the quarterback? Ryan Gosling was an absolute liability at defensive back. I mean, he was so bad.
So bad.
He was so
How
bad.
was he on the team? I don't
know.
get it. I don't get
I
it.
don't know.
Okay.
But I mean, just a beautiful story.
Yeah, beautiful.
It really is a good
no,
story.
it really is. It's a great movie, man.
But
movie.
yeah, that was really seriously one of my main takeaways was Ryan Gosling from that movie. How
course.
bad he was at
terrible.
defensive back.
Just gonna.
And then it was so funny because Denzel was always like benching people for no reason
yeah.
except for
exactly.
being bad at football.
Right. Exactly. Just a little quick hitter on that one though.
Yeah.
Multiple times I've been told that I look like Ryan Gosling, so I'm just gonna put that.
I don't know who the hell told you that.
Just gonna put that out there for the fans. So
Well, you don't.
if you see Ryan Gosling walking somewhere in New Orleans, it's probably just me. So just don't say hi, okay?
Or actually do go say
No,
hi to
please
him. It'll
don't.
make him feel really uncomfortable.
Please don't.
All right, so my number 4 was Remember the Titans also.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Denzel, I mean, if it's got Denzel in it, I'm most likely watching it. So
All right. Well, then I'll give you my number 4.
What you got?
I think I'm gonna ruin everything for you right here. Any Given Sunday.
Oh, that was my honorable mention. Oh, that was my honorable mention.
I mean, I just had to put it in there.
You know what's funny? We were-
Jamie Foxx, the triple threat, obviously.
Steven,
It just has to be.
Willie beaming,
right.
screaming. I like
man.
me and Jake. We like love that song. It's actually out. You can look it up on you. It's one of the most terrible songs that Jamie Foxx has ever done.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced that he wrote it. I don't think it was part of the script. I think that was his. But no.
The triple threat, baby.
Any Given Sunday was great, man.
was
Just
a great
a
movie.
bunch of degenerate fucking
Yep,
football players.
pretty much. And Al Pacino.
And Al Pacino. It's a game of inches. Inches. He's got a great axe.
Yeah, man. What a movie, though. What a
Yeah.
movie.
Oh, fantastic, man.
Yeah.
I know that you wanted to put it in there because of that situation at the sleepover years ago that
yeah,
we had.
yeah, where you kept rewinding.
Right. Yeah. Well, it
and
was the first time.
pausing.
It was the. I'll tell the story.
Yeah, please
I'll
do.
tell the story.
Please do. I would love it.
I was amazed at the size of this black man's penis.
Yes, you were.
That was on the screen when I was 10 years old.
You sure were.
I paused it. I rewound it a couple times. I
Yep.
was trying to.
He says a couple.
I was trying to. I got to think of the right words to use here. I was trying to wrap my head around how it was possible that thing was connected to another human being. It was insane. It had a weird curve to it. It's stuck in my head. I can't. Cameron Diaz just standing right there looking at it. I know that's why you added that in there too.
It's also a really good movie.
It is.
though.
It is. It's a fun
It's
movie.
a good movie.
All right. So, what are we on? My number 3.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Friday Night Lights.
Okay.
Friday Night Lights. I mean, I'm kind of biased because it's a high school football thing. I
Right.
also had to read it in school, and then it was luckily because it was one of our reading lists because I don't do much reading unless it's on a list that I'm told I have to read
Kid can't read.
or some articles. But we actually luckily we had to read it before the movie came out, so I just got obsessed with it. I actually owned I got a towel made that resembled Boobie Miles' towel.
Okay.
It said Terminator X on it.
Yep.
But mine didn't say Terminator X on it. My mom got it made for me, and she thought it would be cool if it said Terminator O. It was something special, man. And I wore that son of a bitch. I wore it in a couple games. It was great.
Man, a mother's love, man.
But she thought it would be funny if it could have been my dad's. Either way, it was one of my parents' ideas to put Terminator O instead of Terminator X.
That is hilarious.
So obsessed with that one. Yeah, you want to win? Put Boobie in. Watch him spin. Fantastic movie.
Actually, it's on my list too. I love that movie as well. It's on my list. A little bit higher than you had it.
Okay. All right. So what's your number 3?
So my number 3 is actually The Replacements.
God damn it! Our list is gonna be too similar. Shit. An all fucking timer.
I mean, honestly, like one of the all-time football characters, right? Has to be Clifford Franklin, right?
Clifford Franklin.
Right. Coach, it looked like I just jerked off an elephant.
Clifford Franklin go up with the ball. Clifford Franklin the only one coming down with it. He got his leg all cocked up.
Yeah, man, that's just a classic.
Oh,
movie,
dude!
man.
I mean, every single year, they always start playing it on TNT, like right when football season started.
Yeah.
And I watch it every single time, and I love it just the same every time it comes on. That was actually my number 2.
Okay. Yeah.
So I have that at number 2.
Yeah.
And I mean, everything about it, man. It's just so funny. I mean, Keanu's classic Keanu, even as a football player.
Right, I know.
I mean, it's
unreal.
great.
It's unreal.
I love Keanu Reeves.
Me too.
I think he should be the first person to have like a wax figure put up in the Smithsonian.
For sure. Yeah, no. Great too. Great too.
But to have him, and then Danny Bateman, I think it was the middle linebacker, the crazy cop.
Yep.
Favreau.
I'm gonna get you the ball. I'm gonna get you the ball.
I got you the ball. Go sit down, Danny. Okay. But yeah, just a fantastic, stupid movie. I love that one so
Gene
much.
Hackman, man.
Oh, Gene's in it with that stupid fucking fedora.
Man, but that was just like.
I mean, it was a blatant ripoff of Bear Bryant.
Oh yeah, no question. No question.
I mean, he wore a jacket on the sidelines.
Right.
It wasn't Houndstooth, but it was something fucking similar.
Right.
But yeah, so all right. Number 2. What's your number 2?
The Longest Yard.
Really? Made the list.
The Adam Sandler version. Though.
That's it. Yeah. Over the Burt Reynolds
Right,
for
of
sure.
course.
I mean, it was a little bit more funny.
Right,
Damn, that's a sleeper.
Dude, that's definitely a sleeper.
That is
man.
a sleeper.
And then you
man.
got you got a cameo by even Joey Coco Diaz is in there for a little bit.
Uncle Joey's in there.
Uncle Joey's
Big
in
old
there.
fat.
Yep.
He's so fat in that
He's
movie.
So fat in that movie. He's got to
He
be
is
400
so
pounds in that
fat
movie.
in that movie. Then you got
But man, Chris Rock,
Tracy Morgan
Tracy
dressed up as the cheerleader. It's all time.
Yeah, Chris Rock's really funny in that movie too, man.
Oh yeah, what was he? What did they call him? Keeper? No, not keeper. Whatever. I'm not even gonna try to remember
Yeah,
it.
man. Great
But
movie.
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
Great
Paul
movie.
Crew stole Courtney Cox's Porsche and got pulled over. Man, rough times. Paul Crew fell on
what are you gonna
there.
do,
Another Ohio State quarterback too, just like Keanu was in the Replacements.
Yep.
Look at that.
Fun facts.
Fun facts
Get
here.
them right here.
Useless fun facts. All right. My number 1. I'm hoping we don't have the same one.
We don't.
We don't.
No, we don't.
The Water Boy.
Oh man, it's good.
The Water Boy is all time.
Be like the Tiger Woods and his daddy.
Oh my God! It's just quote after quote. I mean, it's literally one of my favorite comedy scenes.
Yeah.
Is Henry Winkler when he goes in and he's like, I got it, and he runs to the board and he's like, I'm gonna line up over here and he's gonna fake to the left. He's gonna think about faking. He's gonna pretend to fake. That makes me laugh to this day. And then the Red Bow U voice.
Yeah.
Hey, what a boy!
Yeah.
Everything about that damn movie just makes me laugh. Everything. I've seen it. I feel like I've seen it 100 times.
It's a classic.
And I laugh every single time. And it's so stupid. The donkey's name is Steve.
Right. Medulla oblongata.
He's got a fucking Roy Orbison tattoo on his ass.
Man, what a
yeah.
flick. What a
Dude,
flick.
Waterboy, all-time #1 favorite football movie for sure. All right,
Yeah,
your
actually,
number
no.
one?
Yeah, so my number one was actually one that you named already, and it was Friday Night Lights. And
Oh, okay.
I had some of the same reasons too. Like, yeah, just because we read the book, before the movie came out. So, and a lot of times, like, the movie doesn't really add. The book is always better than the movie.
Right.
And I felt like they did a really good job. I feel like in the movie, and like, man, the character that Boobie Miles was just amazing, man. And
I couldn't imagine like being around such a big personality in high school.
I know, right?
Like I think from what I remember reading the book, he was even bigger
Agreed.
in that than they made him out in the movie.
Agreed, yeah.
Like I couldn't imagine being around somebody like that on a football team. Like I would have told him just shut the fuck up a couple of times. Like,
Seriously.
dude, chill the fuck out. Like
Right, like we're in high school, man.
this
Relax.
is like I know this is your future and all what you think it is, but Jesus, man, like calm down. But he was just such.
But it was a good movie, man. I thought it was like, kind of really touched on the emotional side of like what it was like to grow up in a small town like that is like, so focused on football and
Like, every Friday's their Super Bowl.
right, exactly.
Crazy. They shut shit down to go to the games.
Yeah, I mean, treating high school kids like they're superstars, Yeah.
And that's where Drew Brees comes from.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah, they take football serious in Texas.
Crazy.
Same with Louisiana, but
Well, I mean, when you got $1 million stadiums in Texas,
right, exactly.
it's bananas, dude. They got those stadiums. They had a Yahoo article out not too long ago that was doing it, but
yeah, I would say like for sure that was in high school like the only book that I was actually motivated to read. That we had to read,
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Also, why I never got. I don't get the Doug Flutie 20 quarterbacks because the dude in Friday Night Lights was number 20 as a quarterback.
Oh,
I don't get it.
No, I don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't like it. No. I don't like it. It makes me anxious for some reason.
Yeah. Man, Flutie was a little bit of an athlete, though.
No. I'm not talking about him. I'm just wondering why the fuck he wore 22.
Right. Yeah,
that's what I'm worried about.
That's a good point.
All right.
Okay.
So last time we did a fun little thing
What's next?
where you asked me some questions.
Yeah.
Now we're going to turn the tables and I'm going to ask you.
Oh, shit.
Also, we've named the questions. We're calling it the Truly Rapid Six Pack of Questions. Basically because Truly is one of our sponsors that I don't have anything to say about.
Except for
I guess not a sponsor.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I actually do drink it all the time. It's lovely. But they've partnered up with us, and they're going to help us out here and there. So we made a little segment for them here on the old Pro Saints Talk. Now,
I'm a little nervous. I feel like I went a little hard last time. So
no, these questions are going to be great.
Oh, man.
Now,
okay. Well,
they're going to be rapid fire, same thing. You're going to have to answer right away. All right?
okay.
Right away. Yep. Now, we're going to jump right into it. Number one.
Close my eyes.
What number will be higher at year's end? Taysom's age or his number of receptions?
Oh, man. His age.
His age. Okay, so that would be what, 48? No, is he 33? 30? No, he's on
I think
age.
he's
31.
30.
31, 32. Anyway, I'm thinking receptions.
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm
right.
answering.
No, you're probably right.
Too bad you answered.
Yeah,
his
it's
age.
just too quick.
All right. Now, this is just a yes or no one. Does Jameis throw a TD this year barring injury?
No.
No. So, no matter what. Okay.
Negative goes right. I would say Emmanuel Sanders has a better chance.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to put that down. I'm going to mark that one. All right, next one.
He's thrown a couple of touchdowns. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, there we go.
Pull up some tape.
All right. All right. It's kind of cut and dry. Who starts at center, McCoy or Ruiz?
McCoy.
All right.
Just
McCoy.
based off of the off-season situation.
All right. Who wins in an Oklahoma drill? Taysom or Tommy Stevens?
Taysom.
You think? Yeah. I don't know. Tommy's coming out young gun.
Low man wins.
Okay. All right. Who wins in a slam dunk contest?
Oh, man.
Marcus Hunt or Marcus Davenport?
Oh, man. Oh, Davenport. Oh, shit. I think
Go with the athlete.
I think he's a better athlete.
Go with the athlete.
Yeah,
Hunt's
yeah.
like what 6'9".
That's why I was like,
yeah.
oh, he's so tall, but yeah, no, I'm going with the athlete for sure.
All right.
Davenport.
And finally, our last one.
That's good.
Finally, our last one.
Okay, what you got?
Who wins in a foot race?
Oh God.
Andres Pete or you?
Oh, me.
Oh, no.
Day.
I don't believe that at all.
Day.
I don't believe that at all. You're a heavy, flat-footed ass. I think Andres Pete burns you.
There's not a chance on God's green earth, man.
I think Andres gets you, boy.
Can we pull up a 40 time for him, and we'll just fucking go out running in jeans, please.
I still think he beat you. Would you got
No
him?
way.
No, he totally beat you.
Do you think I'm that slow,
Long
man?
strides. You run like a duck.
I run like a duck.
You run like a duck,
Dude.
like wide footed. They kind of point out a little bit. Your feet.
I would smoke you. I promise you that.
Well, I'm not faster than Andres Pete. I never said that.
Yes, I think you're faster than Andres.
That's
Pete.
not true. I don't believe it.
He's like 400 pounds.
He's not 400 pounds.
Okay, like 330.
Well, that's a lot less. It's 70 pounds less.
Let's see. What is 40 time?
Let's check it out.
I didn't even run the 40.
We've got dead air.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah,
dead
fill
air.
this in with some music.
Dead air. We can't find the stat. Toot toot. We can't find the stat. We're gonna do that when we can't find the stat. Now we're gonna make a song. We can't find the stat. We're gonna find the stat. We're gonna find the stat. Don't know where it's at. Where's the stat?
Still don't know where it's
Where's the
at.
stat? Where's the stat? Well, anyway.
No, hold on.
Oh, he went.
Doing this.
Running 518.
Oh,
Okay, look, I'm gonna let you know. I have run the 40 before.
yeah.
I don't consider myself to be the slowest piece of shit. Don't make that face at me.
You have quick feet, but I wouldn't say you're fast. That's two different
That's
things.
fair.
Two
That's
different
fair.
things.
Now, I'm gonna tell you how embarrassing my 40 time was.
Tell me.
My 40 time was 5'4".
Dude, if you don't think I can do better than that,
I guarantee you if you are, it's close to 5. I guarantee you're right over 5.
okay, that wasn't the question. The question was could I
He
beat
got
his
faster.
time?
He got faster.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
he got
he did.
slower. You watched him last year? God, what are you talking about?
Oh man,
He
I
probably,
still think
he
I
probably
think
couldn't
he
run that
smokes
right
you.
now.
I think he smokes you.
There's not a chance.
I think he smokes you.
There's not a chance. I think you would have been better if
That
you had
big
picked.
jiggly
If you
wiggly.
had picked like another lineman, you might have been better off if you had been
No,
like,
I picked him specifically because I knew you would hate this.
I'm not. Hey, I promise you, I beat that time. There's no question about it. We're gonna time this. We're gonna do this. Maybe at one of the tailgates, if you know.
Oh, we're gonna call Andrews out there to run?
No.
Oh, we're just gonna time your 40.
Time me. You're gonna time me.
I gotta time it though.
That's fine. No, we're gonna get more than one person time. We're gonna get a third party as well because I
We're
don't
in a
trust
7-4.
you. I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. So
Yeah, it ain't far.
no.
It ain't far. Well, brother, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. We
Yeah,
talked
man.
about a lot of stuff.
It's fun as always.
Always good.
I enjoyed that rapid session. That was fun.
Yeah, so you're up next week.
Yeah.
Or wherever the hell we do our next one. I guess we're going to have to start doing these a little more often now. We're getting into the season. So you're all finished your shit.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
You're going to be a real adult,
yeah.
I guess you can say.
Real career. It's gonna be great.
It's going to be awesome. Congrats on that, brother.
Appreciate
and
that.
we're going to get out of here, guys.
Yeah.
See you later.
Y'all take it easy.
I love you all.
Be safe out there. Please put a mask on so we can have football.
Just wear
maybe.
a
Just
fucking
please.
mask, people.
Just please,
yeah,
people.
it's hard to breathe. Yeah,
I
it's
get
hard
it.
for everyone to breathe.
Yeah, it's hard for everyone.
It's hard for everyone. It sucks. It's hot. We get it.
Yep.
Okay. Bye. Love you. Bye.
Peace.
For the win! Stride, here he goes.
You play every play like it's the most important play of the game.
Harris still going. And what a catch by Thomas. On 3rd and 2 goes deep. Touchdown for the Saints. What's